So for 2022, we finally got these skinny XCS booms, which I'm really excited about. It's been a long time that we've been developing this and trying to get it just right. We've still got the same Neil Pry boom curve, which is a curve that we really believe in. It lets the sail fill out, and it kind of has a perfect profile of the sail and doesn't make the sail squish up against the boom when you rig it with little outhaul. But the diameter is 25 millimeters now versus 27 in the old booms. And it makes a huge difference just to the feeling of the boom in your hands. The time that you can spend on the water, I think, gets increased because it's just easier in your hands. And generally the sail feels nicer and lighter. Still just as stiff as the XC carbon booms. You won't really notice the difference in the stiffness on the sail. It's just lighter and feels slimmer in your hands. Got the VT joint here at the front, which is a famous connection that Neil Pry has with the mast. You can easily adjust the boom up and down while you're sailing, but it has a really stiff connection, and it has a good connection with the mast all the way from the very top all the way to the very bottom of this head, which means it's also putting a lot less strain on the mast when you're pulling hard on the boom. We've got the same tail end that we had on the XC carbon boom. It's a beautiful piece of machinery. It's got this stainless steel tongue in here. We've got the nice Dyneema rope. Everything's super high end. These clips are really easy to open and shut, and the boom's easy to slide in and out. They come in new sizes now. We've got a 140 to 190, which is the smallest wave boom. Then we've got 150 to 200, which is a great size in my opinion, because it means you can use pretty much all the way down to 3.7 with this big boom, but you can still go up to the bigger sails like 5.8 without stretching the boom out too much. And then the biggest boom is the 175, which is more for free ride sails. But now you can use this super skinny boom on the free ride sails, the Speedster and sails like that as well. So I think it's a great addition to the range. And one more great thing about this XCS carbon boom is it's actually going to be quite a lot cheaper than the XC carbon boom was before. It was the most premium boom on the market, and now it's really price competitive with other brands, but it's still the same premium Neil Pry product, just with a skinnier grip. So yeah, a good way to supercharge your rig is to add a premium carbon boom if that's something that you don't have already, and it's definitely a worthwhile investment.
So I want to give just a little bit background or explanation why our booms through the last 10-15 years we're really developing very small changes to the curve that we love. And I know in between there were trends that came and went and are changing, but especially these super wide fronts with the narrow backs and stuff, and different explanations why it works and why it doesn't work. But in the end, with Neil Pry, we really wanted to make sure not to follow the trend, but to follow what our riders tell us they like, and to understand why they like it. So especially in the wave booms, we think they're finding super important to be close to the sail when they're wave riding, which means you don't want your front hand really far away, having super wide in the front, because it just pushes you away and you are less connected, they have less control. At the same time, it's really important, even with the wave sails, to have a space that the sail can actually inflate in the back, that you can have a profile. There is a lot of booms on the market that already on the medium outhaul setting, not trimmed for the low wind, they're already touching the boom, hanging over the boom, distorting the sail, and that's something what we didn't want. And this is basically where our wave booms come from, and we stuck to this curve and did very minor tunings, maybe 5 mil here and there, but this is our curve, and you can find this also on our new reduced diameter XCS carbon booms that I'm super happy about.